this is my review that I need to do on the new Breaking Bad movie that got released like yesterday, today, whatever you want to call it. And it's the El Camino one, and it really goes over what happened to Jesse. I'm a huge Breaking Bad fan, right? And I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. And this is a spoiler alert because I'm just going to go into it. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. And I got to the end of the movie and I'm like, look, that's it? Maybe, like, that's what you were, like, pumping and telling there's a Breaking Bad movie coming out just to go over how Jesse makes it to Alaska and show us some old film that was probably filmed when they did the series. And if anybody knows the series, like, bring up some characters or, like, have characters in there that don't even look the same. Todd got fat. This guy got, old as dirt. But I, saw Skinny Pete in the previews, right? So the previews really showed, APB coming down and interviewing Skinny Pete. And I thought it was going to be more of the cops, chasing him. It wasn't. Nope. That scene that I saw on the trailer, it wasn't even in the movie. Skinny Pete didn't even talk to the police. It's the trailer wasn't part of the movie. So at the end of it, I was very confused. And the big reason to even watch it wasn't Jesse. I thought the stuff with Jesse when he would had his drug addiction and his little girlfriend, I hated those episodes. Those episodes were terrible. Nobody even watched them. It wasn't until they reintroduced Walter White back into it that people watched it. So yeah, we wanted to kind of see what the hell happened, but there was one question in my mind. Walter die, or did they capture him and take him to the hospital and all that? So they went over that. I mean, Walter died. Okay, great. That thing is gone. But as for the rest of it, it was like a filler episode. That's what it felt like to me. It was like one of those episodes that you pay attention the whole time, and when it's over, you're like, okay, next episode. Let's go. I'm not waiting till next week. I'm binge watching this. So is that what they did? Leave it open for another movie? Because that was terrible. It was terrible. And the other thing, too, is the dude that plays Jesse Pinkman, he is not a main role. He is a secondary role at best. And he just happened to fall upon this series. So him as the main role there, or the main character you're following around, it wasn't. It was okay, Skinny Pete's in this one. Jesse's secondary to Skinny Pete. Todd came back. Jesse's second to Todd. He was always second. It wasn't really him taking the main role. So disappointed, not what I expected, and definitely something that I hate to say should have never even been put out there. Shouldn't have been. It was just a waste of 2 hours. Really wasteful 2 hours. And of course they had to bring his girlfriends into it too. I didn't understand a few things about his girlfriends, I'm so in love with this girl, but I have this other girl with Brock, and then he wants to send a letter to this little kid. I don't... So 1 out of 10, I'd have to give it 5, and it's only because I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, but the reason it gets a 5 is because content, ending, and it just what did I just watch? Because it didn't really... It was more of a recap, it almost seemed like. A recap of stuff they didn't go over correctly in the series at the end. So, there you go, boys. No reason to watch it and waste your 2 hours. Stay frosty.